Hey everyone, welcome back to the homestead. Today I am in our 20 by 50 garden and I'm going to get started on my first row of peppers. It might seem a little weird to start with peppers first, but I have quite a few that I've mislabeled so I can't sell them. Sorry, there's probably going to be some traffic noise. Like I said before, we're on a pretty busy road. So I just want to show you and take this opportunity to show you how I am preparing my garden beds this year. I am not a no-till gardener. I garden in an area that has a really clay and rocky soil. I've amended this quite a bit with compost over the years, specifically horse manure compost, because that was what I was able to get during the pandemic. And I have a nice horse farmer who will deliver it to my house, and it was pretty affordable. So I found that it's worked great for me. I know there are a lot of pros and cons and it can kind of be weedy sometimes, but with the landscape fabric or plastic mulch that I'm using, I don't battle weeds in the garden beds specifically as much, and I found a great way to mitigate that. So let me show you how I'm going to get these set up for the year and we'll get to planting hopefully today. So I've got my hand tiller and I'm just going to hand till this bed. It's really compacted because of our drought year. Usually I find it's a bit more loose and loamy this time of year. We've gotten some rain in the last few days, so it's finally hydrated. Even though I've been watering, it wasn't enough. So I'm just going to break up the surface, and then I'm going to come back with my heavy rake and smooth this out. You might notice that I have a lot of gravel in my garden beds. When we moved into this house, we moved in the winter, and when the snow melted, we discovered that the driveways aren't really well defined. And the people who were previously plowing were bringing a lot of gravel into the yard. That meant that when we tilled initially for our garden beds, we found a whole lot in the areas that we were actually gardening. And then we also mixed in some with our compost by accident when a neighbor helped us with our tractor, or with his tractor. He brought some gravel too, and that's just fine. It's working its way out as we go. So I'm done with the hand tiller. I've got 2 buckets out here, one for chicken snacks and one for more invasive weeds or weeds that I don't think are safe for the chickens to eat. I'm going to separate them. Some of them are going to go into our municipal compost and the rest will go down to the chicken yard. I've got a weeding tool and I'm just going to clean up along these beds a bit. The beds are 30 inches wide and we have approximately an 18-inch pathway. We did string these and try to get them as straight as possible when we initially set them up. And we do occasionally do that when we add more compost as well. And the rest of the year, we guess and we hope we're close to right. Okay, I finished with the hand tiller, so I'm just going to go through it with the heavy rake using the flat side, the back side with no teeth, to smooth out the surface for planting. Then we're going to lay down our plastic mulch. This is reused from last year, and we'll get to planting. I did not clean up last year, so I still have a whole bunch of stakes floating around out here. So I've got those and my mallet, and we'll start getting the black fabric down. To tool bag can come in handy for all kinds of things. That'll get us started. Okay, one side done. More stakes. So I did buy a box of 1,000 landscape staples from Dubois Agricultural Supply. They're based in Quebec. I didn't even use them all, and I did sell a portion of them to help break up my costs because it was quite the investment for me at the time, but they're paying off. I still have lots of left, and yeah, they're working out pretty good.
On this day, I managed to get the bed fully prepped and ready for planting. However, I didn't do any actual planting. I know I have filmed some content and I'll have that up and edited for you guys soon on actual planting and a June garden tour. If this is the kind of thing that you like, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video.